Allow me to introduce you to the art of alt farming.
Free to play, I ain't spending no cash. Using 8 accounts even if it makes a splash. Dungeon grinding, no thanks, there's no time for that. Duplicate my drops like a greedy pack rat. Permafrost bees looking happy in their habitat. I do not care, I am not a Democrat. Blow 'em up, yeah, blow 'em up. Blow 'em up, yeah, blow 'em up. Spring fling into a whole nother atmosphere. Sun bright after night, this a new frontier. I cannot afford to lose even if it's not just. Human nature is dominated by inherent lust. It'll run rampant if it is not discussed. Or maybe it will. Change is a thrill. I will not chill.
So as you can see, alt account farming is a bit of a forbidden jutsu within the Trove community. A forbidden technique that allows you to increase your drop rates by 800%. Without cheating, without botting or scripting, and without taking advantage of any in-game exploits. Is it sweaty? Yes. Will you need to touch grass if you consider doing this? Yes. But can you get banned for alt account farming? And the answer is no, you can't. In a LateCom video about 2 years ago, he specifically emailed the developers asking about alt account farming, and he even asked if you're allowed to use multiple accounts at the same time to amplify your drop rates and rewards. Their response was yes, you can do that. However, let's keep in mind that this video is 3 years old. Has anything changed within those 3 years? To find out, let's take a look at the prohibited activities within the terms of service. The most relevant part to this video is 11.4, prohibited actions. The use or promotion of tools which interfere with the score or the course of the game, in particular so-called bots, hacks, or cheats. Well, with alt farming, as you can see, I'm manually inviting all my alts, manually clicking join. That doesn't really qualify as a bot. Okay, before everyone goes crazy and starts busting out the Gmail accounts, there are some crucial variables to consider. Let's start with a small discrepancy. The prohibited actions include, quote, excessive load on the provider's systems. So while alt account farming isn't given as an example of a prohibited action, the company technically could make the argument that you running 8 accounts at once is interfering with the smooth operation of their servers, right? All I'm saying is don't blame me if you end up getting banned. All that aside, let's just assume that it's allowed. In this case, we must remember that legality is not equal to morality. Just because you're technically allowed to do something does not necessarily mean that you should. The reason I say this is because there are some clear consequences to using alt accounts. Take me for example. I was demoted from officer to member in my favorite club, Kings Need No Throne. Actually, if I don't stop using alt accounts to farm, I will be kicked from the club. Guess I'm saying goodbye today. Sold my soul to the devil in May. Okay, the real problem with alt farming is that it damages the economy. We can prove this using the concept of supply and demand. A person using 8 accounts is adding 8 players worth of supply into the economy. The problem is, with a real player, they provide both supply and demand. But with an alt account, it only contributes to the supply. And what happens when you have too much supply and not enough demand? Well, it's pretty simple. The value of your resources goes in the garbage. That is because there's just too much to sell. So in order to sell a surplus of resources, you need to list them at a discounted price. If you don't, then nobody's gonna buy and other players are gonna come undercut you. For example, let's say you have tons of fairy dust listed for 3,000 flux each on the marketplace. No one can afford to easily buy out that supply. The demand just isn't there. So other players come in and undercut you because it's the only way for them to sell. After all, how else are they supposed to compete with the massive amount of resources you've just introduced into the market? This is why alt farming contributes to inflation, and that is not a good thing. There is a saving grace to this whole thing. I don't think alt farming is going to destroy the game or anything. I mean, it's been going on since the game very first opened its servers. The people who want to do it are likely doing it already, in the shadows, you know? Well, except for me, I guess. But anyways, the saving grace is that there is this law of diminishing returns in economics. It basically says that you will gain proportionally smaller benefits from doing anything the more energy you invest into it. Let's say you start with 1 flux. You're broke, but you are able to farm 1 million flux worth of shapestone per hour. So for every additional hour of farming you do, you're gonna get less and less. I mean, folks, the numbers speak for themselves. This is the reason why you don't farm shadow shards on Monday for 13 hours straight. It's simply not worth it. And then when you get into alt farming, it is so tedious and boring, inviting, joining, that you burn out even quicker. This is the part where bad faith players take it too far. They don't want to succumb to diminishing returns. So they will just park their alts AFK on ships, and they will use third-party scripting software to hold down the attack button and jump every 30 seconds. And they will use a phishing script so that they can watch Netflix while they have 20 different accounts fishing all day. This is known as botting. You can and will get banned for doing this. Please don't ruin the game by cheating. I mean, hey, if you're an alt farmer, you're already chaotic neutral at best, lawful evil at worst.
Yeah, I'm running on my feet, yeah, I'm running in some cleats, yeah, I'm killing lots of bees, mountain allies all for me, watch the thugs pour in, can't you see, no you can't, you got too much morality, care I do not, more for me, I'm a free-to-play player on a carefree kill spree, candy bob, spindle win, farming around, invite my fake homies to the bees on the ground, drop a rare item, love that sound, I'm a cancerous player and I can't stop the growth, got forbidden knowledge and I'll never take an oath, monkey see, monkey do, monkey see, it's not for you, time to make some flux, now it's nothing really new, maybe next video won't be this taboo.